Okay, here we are, Queens, New York. John Wikan, Geoffrey Keezer, getting ready to brew our first batch of beer ever. Hi, Jeff.
Yeah!
Yeah, we just came back from Portugal. We're kind of jet lagged, but it's a great time to make beer. You know, because there's no girls around or anything. Here's our pot. We've got a big pot down in Chinatown, about a 6-galloner. And we got some ingredients here. We've got a lot of hops. And some malt. And some secondary grains. Got some cleaner. And this little thing you put the grains in. Steep. We're going to make a tea. But first of all, for now, we're just going to boil some water. And we're going to run to the store and get some ice and different things. And maybe some much needed brewing supplies like beer itself. I don't think you can brew beer without having a beer. So here we go. Okay, we're back. And we've got our water at about 155 degrees. We're going to put some Caravine malt into this sack. We're going to place it into this big pot right here that we've got 155 degrees. We're going to let it steep for up to a half an hour, between 10 minutes and a half hour. And Caravine, I think that's how you pronounce it, is a malt. And that's going to be our first step. And we don't want to boil it because it tastes shitty that way. Okay, we'll check back with you in a minute. Okay, here's our first thing of malt. We put it into this sock. We don't need to worry so much about sanitizing because we're going to be boiling this liquid a little later, so that'll sanitize it. But after that, everything that comes into contact with this beer wort, spelled W-O-R-T, will have to be sanitized. Everything. Can't stress that enough. So here we go. We're going to let that sit. We're going to try to keep her around 155, 165 for about half an hour. We'll see you in a half an hour. Okay, our next step was to go and buy some different IPAs just to get into the spirit of making an IPA. Right now we're going to try a Lagunitas, which makes a nice India Pale Ale. And also, over here we have the malt. We're setting the malt in a hot pot of hot water to just kind of thin it out a little bit so it's easier to pour. And we've got our yeast. We've got a special California V ale yeast, White Labs. We shook her up here and making sure that the bubbles are forming, which means it's alive. So our yeast is really active, so we know it's probably going to work. Although you're supposed to do a starter, but we didn't. We're trusting it because it's winter and probably didn't die in transport. We'll check back. Well, actually, this is what the wort is looking like. We've got our bag of grain there, malt. It was just steeping for about a half hour, looking good. Over here we're boiling some extra sterilized water that we can add to our wort after all is activated to make a complete 5-gallon batch. Shit, look at that. We've got 2 different stirrers. We got a plastic and I don't know which one to use.
Wood.
We're gonna use wood because it's more natural. Here we go.
Wood.
We're gonna stir this stuff.
Ready? How fast are we going?
I don't know. Whatever you feel like. Well, it's pretty slow pouring. Look at that.
Oh yeah, baby.
Look at that.
Let's get that on camera there.
Here, dude, go a little to the side there. We can get a better angle on it. There, yeah. You see how slow that's going in? Woo!
There we go. Look at that. Mmm.
Fresh malt.
Wow.
We'll get a little view from the top.
Look at that malt.
That's what it looks like going in. It's that simple.
Oh yeah, baby.
We just don't want her to burn, so we're just stirring constantly. Now the water, we're probably at about 160 by now, 155. And as soon as we add all this malt, we are going to crank it up and add hops.
I can probably speed her up here.
Yeah. Okay, here we are again. We've just put in the liquid malt extract.
Now we're going to add the dry malt.
Dry malt extract going in.
Going in.
Okay, I'm going to get a nice stir going here.
I think we need to open this.
Okay, well, we're a knife here.
All right, dry malt going in. Oh yeah, baby. This looks like it could get lumpy or something.
Yeah.
Here, how many bottles of beer do you think this will make?
I'm gonna guess around 50.
Woohoo!
50 12-ounce bottles.
That's a respectable batch.
Maybe 40 of the big bad boys. As you can see, we're going nice and slow here.
Going nice and slow. Gotta get it all mixed in so it doesn't get lumpy.
And I've turned on the heat already because this is a big batch and it's going to take a while to get the first boil. As soon as she boils, we'll watch her there.
Oh, we're losing
You
some
got a
malt.
side.
Oh, got a side flinger. Alright.
And it's going to take a while to boil because we have so much. Our volume is very heavy. We went above and beyond duty.
Yes.
We've gone about a couple gallons over what they asked for. So that I just think it'll make a better beer.
A little bit better beer. More malt.
Instead of adding water.
Right, right. Might end up with some like.
Since we are improvisers,
Yeah.
we are improvising a little bit here. Okay, so we're gonna get that baby till we see the first bubble, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna add Yakima. What are we gonna add? Yakima Magnum bittering hops. 3/4 of an ounce over an ounce. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, our wort is almost ready to boil. As soon as we start to see a boil, which is right about now,
Well, hey Cameron, thank you for calling.
we're gonna add Yakima Magnum hops.
Bye
3/4 of an ounce.
bye. Bye bye, Cameron.
And we're gonna use the sock. Here, you can see it boil. Okay, we got the first boil. Look at that, look at that. We're gonna add that little bag of hops. And we're also gonna add some loose stuff. There we go. The Yakima. There she started to boil. She's just starting to roll. We're going to shut off our secondary burner, which is over here. Okay, we're going to move the whole. Woo! She got hot.
Get some.
Baby
some
got
gloves
hot,
there.
didn't it? Whoa! Roll it over here to our main burner. Just keep her boiling for about an hour. After 60 minutes, we're going to add some more hops.
Alright.
Woo! This is it.
Sure
This is
smells good.
Look at that, she's boiling.
Wish you could smell it from here.
Mm.
Hey, look at that
Great.
steaming cauldron of almost beer.
That's right. Bitches brew
Future
IPA.
Future brew.
Oh, look at
Double bubble toil and trouble.
that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's some Macbeth right there. If
Hark!
I've ever seen it.
Who lies in the second chamber? Donoblin! This is a sorry sight to see foolish. No. This is a sorry sight. A foolish thought to say a sorry sight. This is one that laughed and sleep, one cried murder, that they did awake each other.
Boom.
We're adding the Amarillo hops.
It's been a half an hour here.
Oh yeah, baby. Get all of it in there.
There we go. There's our
Stir.
wort. We still got the other hops in there. It's supposed to go for an hour, that hops.
These.
The big bag there.
Not bad.
This is looking nice and nasty.
Oh, look at that green pond water we got going here.
We tasted it about 20 minutes into the boil and
Good
it's
stuff.
starting to taste like a real IPA. And we've been continuously hopping it with a little of that leftover Yakima we had. About every 10 minutes, throw a pinch in.
So we're gonna do another half hour on this.
Yeah, we're going to go another half hour. We're going to set the eye clock.
Set the eye timer right here.
Get the eye timer. That's right, another half hour.